And good morning, family. This is your Sensei Al Bob. And it is the 30th of October. Tomorrow is Halloween, another pagan holiday run by sugar. Well, I'm getting all kinds of nice communiques. People are communicating on my Gmail, which is the dude awake 42 at Gmail. And I have to thank my friend Steven for making that for me a while back. And he is on the bop. He's traveling, and he's a great photographer, getting better and better. And that's a good thing. He's following his bliss. He kind of was stuck, and he broke loose. And that's kind of what today's little morning thing is talk. There's so many of good people on YouTube and on the internet, and the there's a channel called Living Off the Grid, and that guy, he is aces in my books. And someone asked me about Corey Good and obviously David Wilcox because they're like joined at the hip. And I said, well, and I should have been more complete. Back in the 70s, we used to have, what do they call these things? When you come together, the whole Life Expo was around. And what did they call it? When people get up on the stage and their lectures and their this and their that. And conference, that's the word I was looking for. And I was, part of the early guys doing that. But, conferences had been around forever. They've been different disciplines would. I was pretty much involved in that kind of stuff up until the early '80s, and then it just became like high school, right? And people dissed each other, and it was like not what it used to be, which was a small group of people sharing and caring and trying to build a community and push forth the acquisition of understanding. And because, things were occurring, people were writing books. And what is seeming to be disclosure today was disclosure then. I mean, people, everything that people you were hearing, especially guys like David Wilcox and Corey Good, people were speaking about it then, maybe not as specifically, but yes, almost as specifically, because the folk in the know knew all this stuff, because they're the ones who were out there, you know. Oh, let's see. So I said, Corey Good, those guys are trying to trademark blah blah blah. Again, I was just falling into my own little thing of going on about something. Anybody who brings out any information, whether it's true or false, it's righteous, you know. And you need just to follow the path that your heart puts out there for you, you know. And the worst thing you can do is to fall into a state of amnesia and non-activity, you know. And I'm trying to be your example in that, hey, I nearly died in 2012 and I got really sick and sicker, and I didn't give up. And the only thing that kind of brought me back was abject poverty and prayer. The doctors. I mean, I have to give a tip of the hat to my five really good doctors, but it took me, a year of doctors almost killing me and taking all my money to find these five people who actually we're empathetic enough to care, um, smart enough to say, wow, this guy, he's not the average person, and he's actually doing things to his body by prayer and meditation and into his diet, not taking drugs. Oh, now there are certain things my diabetic drugs, I do take those because my blood sugar can go nuts. But if I'm really good about my diet, I really don't need that stuff. Same thing with my blood pressure and cholesterol stuff. I do take them. But if I, pretty much um, have a vegetable-based diet, which increases my own energy and energetics. But hey, I'm a lazy slug. Look, I haven't put a because the more I look at getting a Patreon account, I mean, it's like everybody along the way is going to take a cut, and um, mm, I'd much rather you guys we'd all get together, start a circus, and hit the road, and charge a ticket price. Um, because that's kind of what David Wilcox and Corey Good and all those conferenciers do. Is they have the circus and they charge a ticket price. And I used to be because back in the day when we did it was whoever could stroll in. It was cool, right? Well, things cost more, I guess, these days, and I'm realizing that, and I was, I guess, a snob because up until I became abject poor, um, I always, and I still have the same abilities of, oh, look, there's a 20 in my sock. And I have to get rid of that stuff. It's not good to keep it in. Um, so, anyway, we're going to take a little stroll outside. I'm in my little monastic owl memorial bedroom here at the school. So let's see, we're going to turn a little thing around. Yep, there's my heating box. And this is what I wake up to. This is the window out into the world that I wake up to every morning. At about 6ish, I kind of wake up, and because the pain is there. George loved big windows. Um, let's see, get my magic wand. This is, boom, hit the button. Boom, hit the button. Yeah. Okay. What for today's fire? Right there. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. What a beautiful world we have. Now, they're out there in space big time on all the asteroids and planets and etc. And digging up stuff and finding things, and that's all good. Nothing wrong with that. And they're getting to that, Star Trek world where we don't have money, because there's enough for everyone. And there is enough for everyone. So, step out today. Enjoy every moment of your day. I'm enjoying this morning. Okay. Now I'm on a hill, so I got to be a little careful. But back to me. Yeah. So, come on, guys. This is the moment. Let the sun hit your face. There's the sun coming through the trees, coming up over the hill. Well, I stayed up here all yesterday, and today I'm heading down the hill. I have some errands to do. But I just wanted to touch base with you guys. I was going to do a live chat last night, but I fell asleep around 8. Slept all the way till 6 in the morning, which was very yummy. I love sleep because I remember my dreams, and it's like, spending half the day in another reality. And that's what we can do. We can be who we want to be. We don't have to settle for the KFC Burger King life. We don't. We don't have to take OxyContin. When they took the clamps off my legs so they wouldn't atrophy and I'd have to get them cut off. Oh boy, that's going to be painful. We're going to have to give you a morphine pump and OxyContin. I said, no, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to pray. So I'm going to leave you with this one. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. As was in the beginning, is now, ever shall be, world without amen. Now, in the Bible, they go on about, and in the beginning everything was dark and black, and then the word came, and then there was light. Well, the bottom line is everyone has their own book. Everyone has their own story. The thing is not to kill each other over it, because they're so similar, because you're all the same thing, There was this prime mover out there in the dark, and it got a little bored, so it made us, And the only way, instead of having little puppets, it had to give us free will. And that, started the whole ball rolling. And then other elements came in and tried to, oh, wow, these guys have free will. That's a pretty powerful thing. But I can manipulate them. I can control them. I can turn them into sock puppets and meat puppets. And we've been having a puppety kind of existence for the last few millennia. And right now, again, I'm a guy who studies trends, and virtually every friggin' kind of trend is coming to what, the kids call the synchronicity. Well, there've been those before. But, the secret space program is out there looking at everything in our solar system, and we weren't just stuck on Earth. We were kind of stuck in our own little solar system. We had a fence around it. And, then we figured out how to get out, blowing holes in the sun. And the powers that be, there are loads of different elements, some nicer than others. Some more with a realization that humanity has to get through this all together, and we can't just wipe 3/4 of them out and have a good time being rich and powerful. No, get a little boring, a little stupid, and a little stuck. It'd be like those 900 years in the Dark Ages. No, we don't want that. So, and the universe doesn't want it, and the prime mover doesn't want it, and most of our free wills don't want it. So that's why it hasn't happened yet. Should have happened, years ago. I thought we'd be in caves by now, but because of you folk out there, because my family, because of you adepts, you are striving, you are trying, you got lives, you're going to school, you got jobs, kids, all the rest, but still, you're waking up, just like I am this morning. Ooh, it's a little nippy. I need to go get another coat. So, you go and have a beautiful day, and I will try 7 p.m. tonight. Does that sound good? Okay. And I will put together a little thoughts on what I'm going to talk about. Okie doke? Okie doke. Love you guys. Oh. Problem with taking my glasses off, I can't see anything. My Dollar Tree glasses. I love the Dollar Tree, my favorite store. It was $1. Oh, there's that little X. Love you guys. Talk to you later.